What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be looking at 5 strikers to replace Sergio Aguero. Before I crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. I am aiming for 18k subscribers. We're less than 400 subs away from that goal, so any help towards that would be much appreciated by me. I am rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates for everybody to enjoy as well, so do stay tuned for that. So if you want to stay up to date with all the latest Manchester City transfer news, then do subscribe. Don't forget also you can find my social media links there in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video and let me know who you think should replace Sergio Aguero at Manchester City in the comments below, or you could just let me know who you think it might be. So let's crack on with this video and look at the first player. The first player we're going to speak about is Erling Haaland. He's soon to be a 21-year-old Norwegian striker. He is the son of former Manchester City man Alfie Haaland. Plays for Borussia Dortmund, if you didn't already know. Scored 27 goals in 28 appearances in the Bundesliga last season. He's a brilliant player. However, he does look set to stay at Dortmund this summer. That's where the snag is. His release clause, if he does stay at Dortmund this summer, will be active next summer, which is believed to be around 65 to 70 million pounds. Absolute bargain for a young class striker like Erling Haaland. There will be a lot of interest in him, and it's good that it's a release clause, that we don't have to do negotiations with Dortmund. However, negotiations would have to be done with his agent, who is Raiola, who City don't have fabulous working relations with, but City are willing to try and work with him to make this transfer happen. Do I think it will happen? I'm not so certain. Would I like it to happen? Absolutely. He's a world-class player. He's a 10 out of 10 want for me. I would love Erling Haaland at Manchester City. However, for it to be likely, I'd probably say right now, probably a 3 out of 10. There's other clubs that are interested in him. There's other clubs that have better relations with Raiola. And I'll tell you right now, Erling Haaland will go to the club that's willing to pay his agent, Raiola, his company, and also Erling Haaland the most money. And that isn't what City do with their wage structure. It would take City to break their wage structure to bring Erling Haaland in. I feel like Erling Haaland will go to the club that's willing to pay the most money, and I don't think that will be Manchester City, unfortunately. So let's have a look at other players that we could sign instead. Takes us on to striker number 2. Comes in the form of Romelu Lukaku, the 28-year-old Belgian striker. Scored 24 goals in 36 games in the Serie A last season. Inter Milan, though, do not want to sell, and Lukaku does not want to leave Inter Milan. That is where we're at this moment in time. It's a difficult transfer to get done. It has been put to the back burner by Manchester City. There's no doubting Lukaku has quality. He knows where the back of the net is. He's a really good finisher of the football as well. However, his overall football game and his knowledge probably isn't the best out of these players that I'm going to be mentioning on this list. And I'm not too sure he would suit a Pep Guardiola system. If he's just going to sit in attack and just be in the right place at the right time, that's great. He'd get us goals. However, to work in a Pep system, you've got to do more than that, obviously. So I just don't see us going down the Lukaku route. Would I have a problem if we signed him? Obviously played for United before as well. I'm not that fussed, if I'm honest. I'd probably say it's a 4 out of 10 for me wanting him at Manchester City, and I'd probably say it's around the same number for it to be a likely transfer as well. I'm not sure on the Lukaku rumours, if I'm completely honest. I would like to know your thoughts, though, of that in the comments below. So, moving on to striker number 3. This one's hotting up a little bit right now. You can stay up to date with this story as well on my daily Manchester City transfer updates. It's Harry Kane. He's the soon-to-be 28-year-old England striker, plays for Tottenham Hotspur, of course. Tottenham haven't got Champions League football to offer Harry Kane. Harry Kane has said he wants to win trophies, he wants to win the biggest trophies out there. He wants to be playing in the Champions League on a regular basis, and so that makes this transfer a doable transfer from our end. Yeah, the collapse of Conte to Spurs. Conte had been promised by Tottenham Hotspur that Harry Kane would stay. He hasn't joined up with Tottenham, instead of pursuing the former AS Roma manager, whose name I cannot remember. Anyway, not that important if I'm completely honest with regards to Harry Kane joining Manchester City. Fact of the matter comes down to how much is City willing to pay and how much is Daniel Levy at Tottenham Hotspur willing to accept for Tottenham Hotspur's main man. It'll be an expensive transfer. You probably are looking at north of £100 million. Apparently Spurs aren't keen on having any Man City players in a swap deal. I can see Man City trying to pursue a swap deal involving maybe 1 or 2 players to get that price down. We'll have to wait and see with what happens there. But the advantage we've got with Harry Kane is Premier League experienced, current Golden Boot holder, knows where the back of the net is as well. 23 goals in the Premier League in 35 games. If he stays injury free, he's a class striker for us to go for, and he will guarantee us goals as well. Would he be happy though with rotation? City rotate a lot. Would he suit that? I'm not sure. I really am not sure. I feel like Harry Kane's the type of striker that want to play every single game. He's injury prone. His injuries wouldn't allow that. City would have that in mind, and they do like to rotate a lot. We know what Pep is like, so is he a Pep striker? That is the question. We'll see. I'm happy though for Harry Kane to be signed by City. I'd say that's probably a 9 out of 10 for me wanting him. He's only not a 10 out of 10 probably due to his age and price. I'd probably say right now it's probably a 5 or a 6 out of 10 for likeliness, and I say that because of the finances involved in this deal, which means that, well, any class striker is going to cost us a lot of money, and I can see City maybe pursuing maybe a lesser name and trying to make them into a big deal instead. So that's where I'm going along the lines of with these next couple of players. So let's speak about striker number 4, Danny Ings. It's a simple transfer, this one, in my opinion. Affordable, apparently available for around 20 to 30 million pounds. Got 12 goals in 29 games for Southampton. He's English, he's homegrown, of course. He is 29 as well. It's a bit of a meh transfer, if I'm completely honest, but yeah, I could see City maybe, if they want to use Gabriel Jesus as their natural replacement for Sergio Aguero, something I'm not that keen on, I will throw out there, by the way, but if that is to be used, and Ferran Torres or Raheem Sterling could be used up front as well, then City might just look to go for a 20 or 30 million pound striker. Danny Ings would tick that box. He does know where the back of the net is. He probably would be happy to be a rotated player for us as well, and he isn't a bad player either. I do describe it though as being a little bit underwhelming, if I'm completely honest. What I'm looking for an Aguero replacement, I want someone that's really going to take over the Sergio Aguero reigns, that's going to come in, hit the ground running and get goals, replacing them goals. We missed Aguero's goals last season, and I feel like we need a goal scorer, and I'm not too sure Danny Ings is that man. He's probably a 2 out of 10 for me wanting him. Likeliness, it's quite a likely transfer if City did want to pursue that, so I put a solid 6 out of 10. Now, looking at player number 5, my final player to look at in this video is Andre Silva, and this is definitely a watch this space striker. 25-year-old striker for Eintracht Frankfurt. He's Portuguese. He could well be the striker that Man City sign this summer. He's available for around 40 million euros. Scored 28 goals in 32 games in the Bundesliga. That is 1 more goal than what Erling Haaland scored. He did play 4 more games though. Certainly not a bad choice. He's got a decent record this season. The only question is he a one-season wonder? Can he perform on a regular basis at the top level, season upon season upon season? Certainly worth a punt if City wanting to go down them lines. I'd say it is a realistic transfer, this one. However, me wanting him, I'm not sure. I think there's better options out there. I've given a 5 out of 10 for that. Likeliness probably an 8 out of 10. So they're my 5 players. I've put out some honourable mentions out there as well. Some other names that have been tooted in the last 12 months or so, including Darwin Nunez. He's the soon-to-be 22-year-old Uruguayan striker for Benfica. Scored 6 goals and got 10 assists in 29 games for Benfica last season. It's not bad. It's not amazing either. He has been linked before. I suspect another season awaits in Portugal for Darwin Nunez though. Patson Daka is another name that keeps cropping up every now and then. Lots of rave about him. He's a Zambian 22-year-old striker for RB Salzburg in Austria. I nearly said Leipzig then. 27 goals in 28 games he scored in their domestic league. That's a very good record, that. He's getting compared to Erling Haaland. There is some interest in him from other clubs, including Liverpool. I do feel like it'd be a risky signing. You're not too sure how how much he'd hit the ground running, but it could be an absolute bargain. He's apparently available for around £20 million. He's one of the players that could come in and score lots of goals and be the next big thing, or he could be the next flop as well. So I'm not too sure where to take with Patson Daka, if I'm completely honest. I do feel like, though, in terms of his own career, he'd probably excel in Germany rather than in England. I feel like it's a natural move from Austria into the Bundesliga to see where they go from there. Will a Premier League team take the gamble? Will it be Man City that take that gamble on Patson Daka? We'll have to wait and see. And the last player that I want to speak about is Joao Felix, 21-year-old Portuguese attacker for Atletico Madrid. Had kind of struggled to live up to the hype there. If Man City can get close to what Atletico paid for him, which was 120 million euros, which is what Atletico paid Benfica, then I reckon Atletico could be tempted to probably sell him. He made 31 appearances for Atletico last season in La Liga, scoring 7 goals and getting 6 assists. Hardly setting the world alight, hardly worth the fee there. His name is being chucked out there. He wouldn't be cheap. However, he may suit a Pep Guardiola style system. So there we go. Are City looking for a similar striker to Aguero? They're looking for a more physical striker. What are Man City looking for? Only time will tell on that. Like I said, I've got daily Man City transfer updates for everyone to look forward to, where I'll keep you up to date with Man City's striker hunt this season. So do subscribe if you haven't already. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on to stay up to date with the latest Manchester City transfer news every single day. Don't forget also, you can find my social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries, leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Let me know which striker you'd like to see Man City replace Aguero with this summer in the comments below, and I'll be back again very soon for the next Manchester City transfer video. I am hoping to put out a transfer update at some point today for you guys to look forward to. There isn't too much news out there. Never is really at weekends, if I'm honest, but we'll see. If there is enough stories out there for me to get my teeth into, then I will have a transfer update out for you guys at some point today. If not, it'll more than likely be tomorrow. I'm still giving you a transfer video, okay? So I'm counting that towards daily transfer videos. So there we go. I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.